Okay, yeah. There's a lot here. I think you have something in the back of your mind, and I think it's not just in the back of your mind. I think it's in your emotions as well. It's right kind of at the bottom of your stomach. It's this feeling that's there. And it's not always there all the time, but it's like not very good. It's right at the bottom there. It's like sometimes it's this oh feeling. And yeah, it's not there all the time, but it's there. It's absolutely there. And I don't think you're telling people about this. I think you're keeping this to yourself. You don't tell people a lot of things. A lot of people see Aries as this loud person expressing themselves all the time, and you can be a bit like that, but you're also quite private. A lot of Aries are quite private, and people don't realise that. Especially if they feel as if people want to take from them verbally or emotionally. What I mean by that is, if people come to you and they say, oh, tell me all about it, open up, tell me all your kind of deepest, darkest things, and I'll be there, I'll help you, you can open up to me and all of that kind of thing. And then you do that, and then like, oh, okay, well, thank you very much, bye. And you think, well, are you going to help me? Are you going to do anything? What was the point of me doing that? And then they come back again, and then they say, oh, so how's that situation going for you? And they want to know all about it, like they're eager. And it's almost like, a soap opera to them, or a movie plot or something, and they're so excited and interested. And you think, hold on, you're taking from me. You ask me, you say you want to help me, and I talk to you, and what are you doing? Are you helping me? No, you're taking. You want entertainment. It sounds horrible, but that's kind of what I'm getting here. And you've had a few of these kinds of people. And so now what's happened is you just carry these things around with you, and you don't talk to people because you don't trust these kinds of people. And I'm exactly the same. I know what you're talking about. So you carry these things around with you, and sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's a good thing, because it stopped you from kind of, going over the top and saying things and kind of opening yourself up, which doesn't feel safe to you, I don't think. Yeah, there are a number of things that don't feel safe to you, and you kind of keep that to yourself. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm getting now with that card. You keep on moving with life. It doesn't make you kind of stop. It doesn't make you kind of sit down and go, oh, poor me, I'm so depressed I can't do anything. You're very busy. You do a lot of things. You're like a soldier. You're like a warrior, like this man. You just keep pushing forward and pushing forwards. And he's obviously very brave. But he's also retreating back to where he feels safe. So that's like you. You like to keep yourself in that safe zone a lot of the time when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to opening up, because you think that people might take from you emotionally. And what that feels like to you is that they're taking a piece of you, if that's what they do, and you want to avoid that. That's what I'm getting in that card. I know that was a lot. I hope it makes sense to you. Okay, the next card you have your past, the Five of Wands. Yeah, look at this chaos. Chaos. You had some chaos around you. This is the messy card, obviously. I don't think this chaos is about people, though. I think at this time you're quite removed from a lot of people. I'm seeing you quite separate from a lot of people. That's what I'm seeing in the Nine of Wands, and I'm seeing it again here. But I think this mess is all about practical things, logistical things. You had things to take care of, all sorts of deadlines, work things, home things, everything you had to do all over the place, organising things. And it feels like treading water, kind of trying to keep your head above water, and you kind of working just to keep your head above water. So you had a lot to do. That was very, very stressful. You do throw yourself into work sometimes, and that can be a way that you bury these emotions and thoughts deep down as well. And maybe that's how you're kind of keeping that feeling down there. I won't lie, there's money in this as well. That's why you're working really hard. You want to get yourself up to a certain point financially, and that's absolutely fine. But all of that thing you're doing takes your mind off this feeling and this issue that this feeling comes from. Okay, this is what I'm seeing here. This is going to sound horrible. But I have to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm getting this left for dead. Now, obviously not literally. No one left you for dead literally, because you're here listening to this, obviously. But I think something might have happened, and I think it was a long, long time ago. So it might have been when you were a child, might have been when you were a teenager. I don't know how old you are. Lots of people are listening to this. I hope they are. But it was a long, long time ago that this happened, that you felt left, you felt abandoned. This is this feeling. I am getting children here because there are children on this card and they're playing. It's a bit like a playground. So yeah, I think that's what happened a long, long time ago. There's some abandonment there, and that's why you have this feeling, and that's why you try to avoid this feeling happening to you in the future. So that's why you have this feeling, and that's why you built this armor up around you to stop yourself from feeling like that again. That's what I'm getting in that card. Obviously, it won't resonate with everyone, but I have to tell you what I'm getting, and that's what I'm getting. This is turning into quite a deep reading, actually. Okay, so the last card you have your past is, yes, the Queen of Swords. So yeah, here we are. Barriers up. Yeah, there's still this feeling inside you, and that's what you're doing. You're insulating yourself because of that feeling. It's like it's buried in there. There's this insulation, there's more insulation, there's more things, more barriers, more gates, more doors, everything all around, and a big sword. So nobody can get anywhere near that feeling that's down there. Even yourself, you don't want to open that up yourself. You don't want to look at that yourself. You don't want to think about that yourself. So you're trying to bury it down there. That's what I'm seeing. Now, yeah, this sword's a little bit like a double-edged sword, though. It's protecting you. It protects you from any hurt that comes along. But it doesn't remove the feeling. The feeling's still there. It doesn't do that. It doesn't help you in that way. And also, it stops positivity coming from you as well. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword, good and bad. That's what I'm seeing. And this queen's been hurt as well. That's why she's got her sword up. She's a widow. A lot of people say she is. I think there's someone else in your life. There's someone in your life who, because I'm seeing two people together going through this thing, might have been more, but I'm seeing someone you're close to who went through this with you. I don't know if this was a friend, a sibling, someone very, very close to you, and they were hurt at the same time as you. Maybe they were hurt in exactly the same way that you were. They might have actually physically have been there with you. You're very protective of whoever this is, because I'm getting this protection around this. Feeling very, very protected. You protect them a lot from things. So this is what I'm seeing here. This person knows you. They know you like anything. They probably know you better than anyone else. They know you. They know the situation as well. The situation that a lot of other people don't know because they were there. That's what I'm getting. So this is the person that you need to open up to start to open that up and get rid of that. When you have a toothache, when you have a pain in your stomach, when you have something wrong with you, you go to the doctor, you have it operated on, or you do something, or you take medicine or something, and you get rid of the pain. That's what you have to do. And it's not fun, it's not nice, I know, but this is what I'm seeing here. To start to do that, to be able to start to get that out, the best thing for you to do is to talk to this person, if you know who this is, if this is resonating, because they understand totally. And also because they know this and they know you, it's safe for you to talk to them because you feel safe with them and you're not opening up new things to people who don't know this. They know this. That's what I'm seeing in that card. That's what I'm seeing there. So I really hope that bit resonates with you if you do have that feeling, because that's the start of you being able to cure this thing or help this thing. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the Two of Wands. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, if you look at this man, he's looking forwards. He's like, oh, look at all this big world in front of me. I want to go out and explore. I'm so excited. But I can't quite do that. Should I stay? Should I go? That's what I'm getting. I'm stuck in the middle of these two wands. Should I go with the one in front of me? Should I go with the one behind me? I want to go ahead, but I don't know. So I've got this up and down thing going on. I want to do this. No, I don't. Yes, I do. No, I don't. It's kind of like a roller coaster. That's what this feels like. So I think you went through this kind of roller coaster and then you settled, because I'm getting a settling feeling after that. A kind of an upheaval, a not very nice feeling, but then you settled. That's kind of what I'm getting. You thought you wanted something, I think. You thought you wanted this thing. There was a process in you getting this thing. It was long, it was drawn out, I think. And I think in the beginning, you were kind of like, oh, I do want this, but there's a little bit inside me saying, I don't know, but mostly I do, mostly I do. And then I think this process kind of went on, and there were these ups and downs, and you're kind of thinking, well, maybe I do want this because I just wanted to get to the end and say yes and have it over and done with. But then I think what I'm seeing is, I don't know if this is going to make sense to anyone at all. It's like you're going up and down with this thing, saying, do I want this? Do I not? Might have been a job or something. And you're going up and down, might have been a big process where you had to do lots of interviews, something like that. And then you got to the end, and then they said, you're like, oh, I'm relieved. I've been through all of that. I've done all that. And then they said, oh no, you've got these other hoops to jump through. You have to do this and that, and now you have to do this and whatever, and count to 20 upside down on your head. Well, not literally, but all these crazy things. And you're like, well, I've proven myself. I've already done this for you. What more do you want? That's what I'm getting. What more do you want? What more do you want? That's what I'm feeling. It really feels like that, and it was just too much. In the end, you just said, no, enough. I'm getting off this roller coaster. No, it's no. And then when you said that, I think you're quite upset, you're quite disappointed, because you had some hopes in this thing. But I think now, at this time, when you look back on that and you realise that you said no to this, or they said no to you, or it ended in some way, I think you can see now that it would have closed off a lot of future things for you. I really think you have some amazing opportunities ahead of you, really, really good ones. I'm seeing one specific thing. So, and it's kind of related to what you do now, but it's a little bit different. It's kind of off to one side. Anyway, so you've got this really good thing, and there are other things as well that you have the opportunity to say yes or no to, but you couldn't have done that if you had have said yes to this, or they had have said yes to you, or you had have done this thing or whatever. So what I'm seeing here is you have absolutely dodged a bullet. You have dodged a bullet, and I think you know that. I think you know that now. There's a lot of relief around this. Oh, I've dodged a bullet. Now I'm free. Now I can do whatever I want. I don't have to be involved in this. And there's this feeling of being beholden as well, tied in. Because if you look at this man, the wand behind him, it's kind of bolted to the wall, locked in, bolted, shut in. You can't unlock it. You can't get it off. You're kind of stuck there. So you don't like feeling like that. And I think if you had have gone along with this, you would have been stuck, absolutely stuck. And I hate that. It feels very uncomfortable to me. I don't think you would have liked that. And I'm actually getting a not very good feeling. It's kind of my instincts are giving me this horrible feeling around this as well. So I absolutely think you did the right thing, and I think you did dodge a bullet. Yeah, there's a nasty feeling. Okay, so the next card you have, your presence, the world. Yes, look at this. The world. So he has the world in his hands in the Two of Wands. And he's thinking, I want to go out into the world. I've got the world in my hands. I know I have. I want this freedom. But there's this thing behind me. And so I think now you're seeing, I do have the world in my hands. I'm absolutely free. I don't have to worry about this thing behind me now. I can go forward. I can explore whatever I want. And that's how you're feeling right now. I can be myself. Look at this woman. She's free. No one's around her. No one's telling her what to do. She's totally naked. So she's completely sure of herself. She's just being herself. So that's how you are now, not naked, hopefully, or maybe you are. I don't know what you're doing listening to this, but you're totally free. You're totally free because you don't have this big wand behind you bolted to the wall. Okay, so there's something else I'm seeing here. And it's only, I'm just laughing because, sorry, it's only for some people. It's only for some people. So if you're single, okay, this is all tied into what I was seeing in the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Wands and all of that. It's about this feeling. So yeah, if you're single, you have a lot to work through. That's what I'm getting. You have a lot to go through, because I was looking at that. You have to work through this thing. Maybe you have to talk to this person who's close to you. I don't know. Whatever you do, you have to work through this. You have a lot of exploring to do. I think it's going to take a long time to explore this emotionally. It's right down in there. It's going to take time, because I'm just looking at this world and it feels like you're going to have to go all around the world to kind of be able to do this, not literally, but in terms of taking the time to explore yourself until you get to that point where, you know, you don't have that heaviness there, you don't have that feeling of having to shut yourself off. So it's going to take time to do that. And I think after you've done that, that's when you're going to be free, like this woman, to explore relationships. That's what I'm getting. Now, for another group of people, I'm seeing people who are in a relationship. This is what I'm seeing for you. This feels very, very positive to me. Very positive. This is someone who compliments you, and they compliment you on a practical level. What I mean by that is you just fit properly. You have the same ideals. You probably have amazing conversations and things like that. And you just fit. It's like two puzzle pieces. You just fit together. Now, I think from the outside, some people might look at you and say, well, unlikely couple. That's strange. Why are they together? But that's none of their business, and it annoys me when people are like that. It's none of their business. Don't listen to any of these people. You are absolutely a perfect fit with this person. It feels so comfortable to me. Absolutely comfortable. They feel at home with you. That's how they feel. And the world is all about going all the way around and coming back to the beginning again. So I think you've both had lots of problems in your life. You've been around the block all the way around, and you come back around and you meet each other, and you're a perfect fit. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that. Okay, so the last card you have for your presents, the Six of Cups. So this can be about a few different things. I really like this card. It's quite innocent. Well, it's very innocent, very beautiful. And I love flowers, and of course, and there's flowers on this card. But yeah, it can be about reunions. Yeah, very innocent, very beautiful card. It can be deep as well. There's a lot in this. It depends on what's around it and what the reading's about. I'm getting this feeling of anticipation here. I think you knew that you're going to see someone again. And I think it's someone who you usually have quite a comfortable relationship with, because if you look at this card, you know, they're giving each other flowers. It's a beautiful spring day. It's very comfortable. So that's what I'm getting. It's a nice cozy cottage and everything. Now, there is a little bit of tension here, though, a bit of tension. That's the kind of the feeling I'm getting. You might be meeting them under a different kind of dynamic or different circumstances or something like that since you saw this person last time. I think a lot's changed in your life. I think a lot's changed in their life. And I think you might be a little bit worried of what they're going to think about something. I don't know what that is. Now, what I'm getting here is you don't have to worry. They're not going to judge you. You know they're not like that anyway, but there's a little bit of nervousness about something around this. But I think, you know, when you meet them again, it's going to feel like, oh, I just saw them yesterday. Very easy, very comfortable. So I've got that beautiful comfort here as well. It's a spring day in this card. The sun's on your back. There's flowers. Very, very, very beautiful. And I think this is platonic. This is someone who's either your friend or someone you know, like that. Very, very nice. They're very close to you. There's also going to be some kind of change of plan around this, I think. Times, dates, something's going to change around that. So you might not see them at the exact same time you thought, or they might have to leave early or later, or there's something's, or maybe you planned something together and it's not going to quite happen at that time or that date. And it's going to be a little bit annoying, but other than that, everything's going to be absolutely fine. So if you're stressed about this, don't be stressed about this. Okay, the first card you have for your future is the Horrible Old Tower. So, okay. All right. I don't think this is that bad actually for you. There are a few things here. Yeah, it's not that bad for you. I am seeing something being revealed. Something's going to be revealed, I think. Something's going to come out, and it's going to confirm something for you. So I think you knew this was going to happen, or you knew something around this. It's like, oh no, I have a bad feeling about that. I'm going to get away from that. And then when this tower comes down, it's going to be like, that confirms it for me. I knew that. I knew something was funny about that. And now I can see. So yeah, there's this kind of, I'm so glad I missed that. It's almost like you ran away from the tower before it came down. That's what I'm getting. And this is some kind of company, it's some kind of organization. It might be a job, or it might be this job that I was seeing in the Two of Wands. There was something like that in there, some kind of job, work thing. Might be connected to that, might not be. But it's something you kind of had a feeling about. You ran away, you got away, and now you're looking back. It's like you're looking back over your shoulder and you're seeing this tower fall down behind you. And it's like, oh, I ran away just in time before this happened. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting. I think this is about some kind of a company, organization, institution, something like that. It might be a school even, I don't know. It's some big group of people, big institution. There's something about the way they practice, how they do things, that people are going to find out about that. Not good practice, something that's not good. There's a lot of talk around this. I think names are going to come out as well. I think this might even be quite public, because you're going to see this. Things are exposed, opening, people's eyes are opening, they're seeing things. That's what I'm getting around this. And you're seeing it from over your shoulder because you ran away. That's what I'm getting. If this is about this near miss, this bullet that you dodged, yeah, it's going to confirm 100%, 100,000% that you absolutely did the right thing. You absolutely missed a bullet. I'm seeing that again. If it's about something else, that's good anyway, that you got away from whatever this is. And follow your instincts. This is another message to you. Always follow your instincts, because your instincts told you, run away, get away, I don't want to be near this. And you did that. And then it came down after you left. So yeah, always follow your instincts, always. Okay, the next card you have for your future is the High Priestess. Yes. Yeah, again, your intuition. You used your intuition. You felt this, you sensed this, you knew that, you knew something wasn't right. That's what I'm getting. You have this very, very, very strong intuition, especially when it comes to work-related things. Anything around work, finding jobs, keeping jobs, interactions with work people, business things, all of that kind of thing. You're always spot on with that. Really good instincts in that area. It's just in your personal life that you don't have, well, you do have good instincts. You do miss out on a lot of bad situations. But I think your radar is always on full blast constantly, so you miss out on the good things too. So it's kind of good, kind of bad. Similar thing to what I was seeing all over this reading so far. So, yeah, I can. If this is all resonating, if that thing about what I was seeing, that very sad thing about being abandoned years and years ago, I'm talking about many years ago. If that has happened, things like that can stay with you. They can stay with people sometimes. And if that's speaking to you, if that makes sense to you, I think that incident set up this kind of determined feeling inside you. That's never happening to me again. That's not happening again. And yeah, it doesn't feel good. You know, you can keep it there. You can keep it buried down there. But really, it doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. So you've got to address this in some way. That's what this is telling you. This is all about very deep feelings, instincts, spiritual things. So you really, really have to address this, what's inside you deep down. That's what this High Priestess is telling you. Now, I'm not saying you're necessarily avoiding relationships altogether, because, you know, I was seeing relationships in the World card, and you can be, you know, you might be avoiding them, I don't know, but this is more about getting close to people, being able to open up properly. And, you know, people can get into relationships without opening up. That happens all the time. But you can't have deep relationships unless you do open up. That's what I'm seeing there. And I think you know that. But at the moment, it's kind of pleasure and pain. You have comfort in keeping that to yourself, but it also brings you a bit of pain because you know it's still there and you know you have to address that. That's what I'm seeing. Again, if you know who this person is in the Queen of Swords, speak to them. All right, so the last card you have for your future is the Hierophant. Yeah, similar thing. Look at this. There are these monks, they're in front of this Hierophant. They can't get close to him. They can't get to where he is. He's up in his level, they're down on their level. There are these two golden keys there in between them, and they're crossed. It's like, no, I've got a cross in front of me. You're not coming near me. No. That's what I'm getting. And they want to get close to him. There's this monk on the left. I don't know if you can see. I'll just hold it up. And he's got red roses all over his clothes. And red roses are about manifestation. So it's like, I want to get close to you. I want to get close to you, but I can't. So, people want to get close to you. They have wanted to in the past, and I think you know that. So, do something about this. Sometimes discomfort has to happen before you can get to the ultimate comfort of being with someone properly. Obviously, if you're in a relationship, which is what I was seeing in the World card, that doesn't apply to you, but it might apply to you in other areas. You might not let people get close to you in other areas, or you might be in this relationship and it might be a good fit for you, but you're not quite able to open up that one last bit. And if that's the case, even though you are a good fit, the person you're with is going to feel that. That's what I'm seeing. And I know they can. I know they can because I've been in that situation before as well. But anyway, that's all what this reading is about. That feeling, working through that, opening that up, and opening yourself up to people in a safe way. Explore that slowly. Take your time. Don't rush. And also you dodged a bullet and you have some amazing opportunities up ahead of you. And you can do that because you missed out on this thing. So it's fantastic.